328 people that I have had an impact on in some way or another. That means the world to me. Okay, so today I wanted to come and sit down with you and chat about something that I've been reflecting on both as a mom and as a content creator. We all know that motherhood is not a straightforward journey. Life happens, causing us to take different paths that we didn't think that we would necessarily be on, but we endure the storm and we get through it because we are strong. And because of this, I have come to terms with the fact that my content needs to reflect the season of life that I am in right now. All of the things that we experience as mothers, and is so in all the typical issues that occur within one's life. It is so, I just want to normalize that for a second, because I feel like you see a lot of the Instagram, a lot of the YouTube, a lot of other influencers who give you kind of just like all of the good aspects of their life, but they don't share much of the struggles. And I wasn't fired from my job or anything like that. It was a decision that I had to make for myself and for my girls. I knew that this was going to be a situation where I would have to explain to my daughters or give them context behind the hard truths of life and hard truths of being a woman in this society that we live in now that we are in the workforce, and all of the inequalities that occur. I was so inspired to do YouTube when I first had my daughter, my oldest, because of the journey that I had, the infertility issues that I had, and all of the hurdles and obstacles that were in our way when she was born, you know, just like living in just her being in the NICU for 3 months. And, you know, it was all of the trials and tribulations that I went through. I know that this pivotal moment or season that I'm in is the absolute right move to make at the right time as the year is coming to a close, because I just feel like now everything is just coming full circle for me. I am mentally healed, physically healed, and spiritually healed to the point where I can now focus on the content that I truly want to make. I still will give you the shopping hauls and things like that, but I do want you to understand that my purpose on this platform is to give you something that can't be bought, and that's community, and that is sharing the real hard truths of motherhood or parenthood, whatever you want to call it, and just being there for one another. I truly want to build this community so that no mother in my position or the positions that I've been in the past ever feels alone or feels like so hopeless and alone that they are stuck in a really dark place. And so with that said, I want my videos to resonate with, you know, where we are as a family and where we're going and the goals that we have set forth for 2025. So I'm currently in the season of homeschooling my children, and moving forward, you'll notice that my content will shift as it relates to the daily tasks that I have and some of the responsibilities that I now have within the home and homeschooling my 2 girls. Whether I am sharing tips about toddler tantrums or homeschooling or some of the routines that we have in place, it'll strictly be based off of what's currently happening in my life. We will definitely share some laughs, some tips, and a community where we don't judge each other and we share advice, because that village that is missing from society today for women with children, it has to come back, and it can only come back with conversations like these ones. So I will still share all of like the shopping hauls and things that I purchased for my home, certain products that I would recommend to you or to make your life easier as a mom, because there are lots of those products out there. But there will also be some activities that you can do with your kids and recipes that are quick and easy, some of those recipes being the ones that your toddler may be able to assist you with in the kitchen. Thank you for just hearing me out, because in this very moment, I just wanted to be as transparent as possible, because I do appreciate all of my subscribers, all of you guys that watch my videos and continue to consume my content. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. 328 people that I have had an impact on in some way or another. That means the world to me. We're still going to talk about like self-care for moms and, some of the things that, we've talked about in the past. If you have been consuming my content from last year, you will know that I did share a lot of my self-care tips, and a lot of things have changed based on the season that I'm in right now and where my daughters are in their toddlerhood and all of the growing pains that we have going on in the house with everyone involved. At the end of the day, I just want to do what's right for me and my family, and also share those moments with you so that you don't feel alone and that you feel a sense of that village and that community. I also want to share that if I have moments where I have very low energy or I feel compelled to share an experience with you that is not so much of a happy one, it is because I truly believe that other people's testimonies is a saving grace for other people. I look to you as a community to share your thoughts with me and encourage other mamas down in the comments, and share these videos with other mamas who might be going through very similar times. I'm just embracing the ebbs and flows of motherhood right now and sharing all of the raw details with you guys as we move forward into 2025. Now that the hardest part of the video is done, let's get into today's topic, which is homeschooling my toddlers and what that looks like on an everyday basis. Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 tips in starting your homeschooling journey with your toddlers. The very first thing, which is foundational for you to have implemented early before you even attempt to teach a lesson on anything, you want to create a system, you want to create a structure, establish a daily schedule for your kids. And it is more beneficial for you if you have a visual calendar or a visual schedule for them to check off or to put a stamp on, or whatever it is, whatever works for your family. That system works so well for them because they can see it, they can anticipate what is going to happen next. They know the routine, and they will be resistant in the beginning, but in my experience, it is always that way before you have set in stone what is expected. You have set the standard for what we do. You not only are reducing the potential meltdowns that can occur, but you are also setting your kids up for success because you have that plan in place already. So in the morning, we will sit at the table. I'll have tea, they'll have hot cocoa. We will get up in the morning, do our morning routine, and sit at the table, and I call it tea with the queen, and they love it because I'll address them as princess or princesses, and they will address me as queen. And that's actually not the title I came up with. I asked them, if you're queen, then what? I mean, if you're a princess, then what am I? And they were like, queen. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let's call this time tea with queen. And it's so cute. I love it. I think it's such a good way to like naturally start the day. We talk about the weather. We talk about the day of the week. We don't pull out any type of learning materials. It is very casual. The conversation is very loose and very fluid, and they seem to really enjoy that. And we will go into just singing ABCs and counting up and counting down, just very casual kind of little pockets of educational knowledge that I slip into our conversation. But overall, that is how our day starts. After we have eaten our breakfast, we will go into play-based learning. Now, toddlers, preschoolers, younger kids, I would say like 5 and under, learn best through play. That is the best way that you can encourage learning, is through play. I find that getting kids to learn while they're moving their bodies is such a great way, such a overlooked way to teach. It's such an overlooked method that when I do it, I'm like, wow, they really are like really grasping the concepts that I have mentioned today, or that we went over, or we've talked about in the past, and they're applying them to new skills. So I love that. I have created such a great system with play and moving around while we learn that they expect it now. So when I don't have a game plan for whatever lessons that I'm teaching them, and usually it's like a 30-minute lesson, they're like a little antsy, and they're like, they just don't know what to do with their bodies because we are constantly moving around. After that game, we will go outside in the wagon, or they will walk with me. Most time I'll put them in the wagon because it's early, it's cold, they don't really want to walk. And it just I kind of like feel it out to see like, okay, should we walk together or should I push you in the wagon? Like, let's see how things go here. 'Cause my little one, she's a little unpredictable. Like she likes to just take off and, explore on her own. And I'm like, nah, you kind of gotta wait for me and your sister, you know? Brings me to my next point, which is to incorporate lots of independent activities for your child to do. I have now given them silent, independent activities that they can do on their own. They will sit and cut for, I want to say like 30 to 45 minutes, which is amazing because toddlers don't sit that long for anything. So they have a box of paper that they can cut up, and it's almost therapeutic. When I'm watching them do it, I'm like, wow, this looks very therapeutic. I can see why you like to do this, and silently. So I give them that option. I give them the option to color as well. And I feel like puzzles also allow kids to build stamina when it comes to attention and focus. So I feel like the puzzle thing is perfect. It's a silent, independent activity. You don't need anyone out. You don't need tools. You don't need a second person to help you. So like fostering independence in preschoolers is just so healthy for them when you are getting them ready to go to preschool and kindergarten. Doing things for them is not going to be beneficial for them, and they are going to have such a hard time transitioning. So what I do is I try to see what they can do on their own, and then I will pick and choose different activities for them to do based on what I see, right? Based on the skills that I see that they've mastered. And lastly is I do allow my girls to have screen time during their breaks. Now, if we've been doing really well, we've been working hard on our math and our counting skills and you know, all of those things, and our sorting, I don't mind allowing them to use technology for a break, right? Because they've earned it. This is something that they're asking for. And if this is something that is motivating for them, then I want to do that. Like, I want them to be motivated to learn. And then we can fade it out as time progresses. But I feel like right now, because we are so brand new to the homeschooling, that this is what works best for us. I hope you guys found those tips to be helpful. I will share more as I progress through my homeschooling journey with the girls. I'd also love to hear from you. Specific challenges or topics that you would like me to create content on, let me know down in the comments below. Like if you found this video to be helpful. Thank you so much. If you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any content. I will see you later.